Hello and welcome back to Dominions, casted by Rotten and Clowny.
Reporting.
So we got a number of messages this turn. Let's check out what Marignon, played by Kodo, is saying. I get to triple expand on this turn, and if everything goes well, I can blitz any remaining neutral probs and start a first war or defend a first war. He keeps talking about...
I don't think he is aware of how poorly he's doing.
I think he is. But he's kind of stopped mentioning it. Or maybe he's hopeful. Any remaining neutral probs and start a first war or defend. I do think
he has been consistently extremely optimistic.
I do think he's kind of, well, I think he said in the chat for the game that this is like the worst he's ever done in any game. So I think he is aware he's in a bad position, or he's doing poorly.
Friendly fire will do that to you.
Right. It was his own fault. I will say, I definitely don't like the idea of starting wars when you don't even have any forts under construction within the first year. Especially as Marignon, which gets a lot more value out of their forts because of the any recruit sacreds. But he's also just like in a bad position altogether. I'd at least want to have like a full line. So for size 5s, I believe that means 100 Knights of the Chalice for a full line. I'd want that before I go to war as Marignon.
I think that would be a mistake on your part. I agree with the first part of what you said, but Marignon in Dom 6 needs to win the game early. It cannot win the game late.
Right.
So you kind of need to rush a war.
I mean,
There is no way you can shore up your horse's weakness of having 5 magic resist.
That is true.
And your mages just are not good enough to do a scales build. Because you have only big fire and expensive astral. So you have shit mages and sacred that goes obsolete fast.
They have their cheapest S1 is the Witch Hunter.
210 gold.
Yep.
Their like single path mage is F1, which is like completely fucking useless. They can make lanterns, that's about what they can do.
Yep. F1 is not a scary path to have.
So I think that like Marignon was a really scary nation in Dom 5 because mounts and riders were not separate, so they had like normal magic resist.
Right.
But in Dom 6, I think Marignon is like fucking D tier, just because the horses are a liability. And I've tried to make a flagellant strat work, but I have not succeeded yet.
I disagree that Marignon is that bad. I think Marignon is pretty good. I do think you need to rush. I'm not sure.
I think Marignon is good if your game has 4 players in it.
I think they're still good in an 8-player game. That being said, I need to play Marignon to get more of a sense for it.
I have played Marignon twice in Dom 6. I think twice. Maybe just once. And my assessment of it is that if there's more than 4 players in your game, I would bet money on Marignon losing.
They're still a high astral nation. They're
not even.
Let's check. It's Astral 2? Astral 2, yeah, it's not that high.
It's S2 with a random, and like the highest astral they have off their capital is 1, and it costs 260 actually, not 210. So they're a mid-astral nation whose like lower astral is really fucking expensive, and they don't have high levels in any other path. They have high air at Conjuration 6, then they get air 3. And if they research Heavenly Choir for some reason, they get the Seraphs, but nobody does that. I think do Seraphs have no wish?
I do think they have no wish.
They do. they didn't in Dom 5. So in Dom 5, like instead of using your like national research to get a Seraph, you would just research Wish and wish for it instead because it was cheaper.
So there is pressure. I agree. There is pressure on Marignon to early war because their mages are expensive and their mounts have low MR, so they don't scale well.
Another awkward thing is that fire kind of sucks. What you can do with F2, like that would be a Witch Hunter with no communion, is quite limited. And like the best thing you can use them for is Pillar of Flame, but that's a Evocation 8, I believe. So it's awkwardly late for when you need it.
It's definitely awkward. I think you do get the F1s, you do get Citadels, you do get, once you get Construction 7, you're able to build Lanterns very easily. There is a poor magic diversity, so you're gonna have to shore that up.
You definitely do have great research with Initiates. You just don't have read anything else.
Pretty much everything is sacred as well. So, and I think for First War, Marignon is pretty favored because the Cav are very.
Oh yeah,
strong.
for a First War, like I would not want my First War to be against Marignon.
Right, no one would. And they are still an astral nation, so I do think they not is like they don't have grand communions. They don't have like S3s with random for like S4 and S5 that some other MA nations have.
They're a threat to a non-astral nation with their astral. To an astral nation, they're a joke.
Right, to an astral nation they are. So the thing is, Magic Duel in mass it's expensive.
It's very cost efficient if you are Uruk against Marignon.
Right, but it does stack up. It's a pearl for every Magic Duel. So if you're against like large armies, it does get a bit awkward. And I'm also a bit suspicious of the Magic Duel. I've talked to Scruffy about this. I'm a bit suspicious of the Magic Duel targeting. Whether like 3 units, if you have like 20 mages casting Magic Duel, right? Can they all just waste a pearl magic dueling like 5 units?
I think if a unit is successfully magic dueled, it can't be magic dueled again. That would be my assumption. Like, you have to write the code extremely badly for that not to be the case. But I wouldn't say I trust Winter not to write the code.
Right, so what I'm thinking is, if 5 units magic duel 1 unit, and let's say, the first magic duel wins, do you still waste 5 pearls on that magic duel?
If I were writing the code for that, I would have to write it badly on purpose for that to happen.
This is something I actually really... I'm gonna test this.
That is worth testing.
Because I was doing this against Scruffy. He was playing... I was playing MA Scalaria, so I had cheap, S1 Thoms. And I was magic duel spamming his underwater, his MA Atlantis, like 250 gold S1 units, right?
Yeah.
But I ran into this issue of where, like, it felt inefficient when I was, like, having, like, a whole stack of duelers magic duel. I was losing a lot of pearls, and it felt like I was killing, like, 4 mages or something.
If it is possible for that thing to happen, then because of how Magic Duel targeting works, it will happen. So that is definitely worth. You know how Magic Duel targeting works, right? I believe I've told you.
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
So it doesn't acquire a target the normal way. It just does a search of the battlefield, like 1 tile at a time, and it goes through them in order. I think it starts at the top left, goes down, and then goes up to the next column. And then Magic Duel is the first thing it sees.
Okay, so you can actually put, like, your S9 at the top left.
Yes, that's part of why an S9 is so good, because you just put your S9 at, like, the place that will get targeted first, and it will kill the entire enemy Magic Duel core.
Yeah, there's a lot of silly tricks like this. I remember...
The way that happens then with... If your hypothesis is right, is that if you have 3 S1 guys in 1 square, and that square is the first one to be targeted, then your magic duelist will target a random one of those 3, and basically all of your magic duels will be wasted on 3 guys. So definitely worth testing.
They will be... Yeah, that is worth testing. I am suspicious about the magic duel targeting on a large scale.
It is worth mentioning that cast time is partially random, so not like the casts don't all happen at the same time. But those that do would get fucked.
Right.
So there would be an efficiency if you're right about this.
Right. Let's see. There's also... So I
guess let's call this episode the Magic Duel episode.
Right. So there may be a way to counter Magic Duel in just putting so many like mages in a doom stack that magic dueling actually becomes like inefficient. Maybe. That needs to be tested.
I do know that I have been magic dueled off the field in a Nazca game that I subbed in for, where I brought pretty much all of my Astral and in a like fairly late game scenario to a battle, and like they just all got magic dueled. But Nazca is like only a quarter of their guys have Astral, I think, so that I didn't have that much, but I did lose all of them.
Rip. Let's see. Alright, so Marignon wanting to attack someone. His Bless should be coming on eventually. We're on turn 13. Alright, let's see. Second message. Also, late starting my first Palisade as of turn 12. This is an extremely late fort.
Especially when you're Marignon.
Yeah, it would be late to finish a fort at this turn. Much less start it. It's not much, but it's honest work. My Bless is online, so the goal now is to get accumulate as many sacreds as possible and mow down an early war and actually get on the map. Keck, laugh my ass off. Nabob, being played by Kaloth. Alright, I just bumped Chicken with Chicken on 141, expecting him to go for it, so I wiped his army. Now I'm selling it back to him at a price. Surely this will gain his trust for when I start to invade him with stealth units and fuck him. Yeah, so he's...
Dominions is not a game for moral persons.
Right, he's, all his camel riders are going to Elf Chicken. He bumped him, he's getting... It is really easy to scam Chicken and Diplo. Like, he's just very weak to threats. And very hesitant, and... he kind of just accepts bad borders as well. So, Chicken's probably... he's gonna get abused in Diplo, and then he's gonna dogpile. And he's not really set up to defend himself as is. Especially after losing 20 Emerald Guard. Alright. Message from Uruk. I have encountered Nid, but I hope he'll be chill. Crying face. Establishing fort and temple. Alright. I see snow people to the north. Do you think they will be my friend? Who's he referring to when he says snow people?
Calum, I think.
To the east? I mean, it's north.
I guess that's northeast.
Yeah, okay, he's talking to Calum.
No, but definitely isn't snow people.
Huh? He must be talking about Calum. Octavianus the Scout. He made a scout his prophet.
I mean, that's not that uncommon, but usually you do it on turn 1.
Maybe for spreading dominion with Wrath of God?
Probably, yeah.
Sure.
I would have at least used an Enkidu scout, just for having more health.
More expansions from... yes. No losses. Provinces they probably should have taken like several turns ago at this point. Let me check.
Well, by which you mean like 10 turns ago?
Yis has no research whatsoever. So I expect they are not casting spells in these battles. Just blessing again. Alright. So some indie
Poor
attacks.
Pangaea is getting attacked again. This is the third time their capital gets attacked, I think.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, this is... Is that Belial?
No, I think it's just a grotesque.
Okay, Jesus Christ, I thought that was Belial for a second.
You thought
That
it was
would've
a
been
demon
fucked up.
lord? Is that possible?
Yes, that is possible.
That is terrifying.
If that happens on your capital, it's pretty bad.
Ooh, Falcons came in and wasted some fire breath. How much armor piercing? Fatigue costs 8. Oh my god, there's a whole contingent. They don't have slaves.
This would have been really bad if there weren't so many... Like... I forget what they're called. The shitty ones. The Dark Vines could have beaten the PD if the little guys had not HP ratted the mages.
Spawn, yeah.
Yeah, the foul spawn not being here was detrimental for the Bloodhenge team.
I mean, the Dark Roots are still there.
Are these guys passed out? No. So they can move. Oh, but they're sabbathed. They can't move.
Oh, they're slaves. That's why they're not coming off, yeah.
So the satyrs could route. Oh no, they're running now.
Yeah, I think the master got off the field, so now they're running.
Yeah. But yeah, these Dark Vines would have just easily cleared the PD on their own. Wait, no, those are commanders.
They're commanders, yeah, so
They will not route, so they win, right?
They have regen, too?
They do have regen, yeah. Wait, maybe not.
I think maybe they got regen cast on them. Because I saw them heal. Oh, this one has regen.
Yeah, that one has regen. He's also enlarged. That's fucked up. Poor Pangaea.
Wait, he patrolled
His
with his
god is
monolith!
Can the... It has 36 protection, so I don't think the Dark Vines can take it out.
Yeah, I think the monolith wins this one.
It's a good thing he was patrolling with God, then.
He was getting attacked on his cap so often, he started patrolling with his god.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked out, but that is 40 research you're losing.
Oh, that's so messed up, this attack. Jesus Christ.
He was prepared for this.
How much damage does the enlarged Dark Vines do?
Let's check it out.
I think it is armor piercing.
Armor piercing, yeah, 17.
17 AP.
Uh,
That could actually do damage.
This is 36.
But the protection will be reduced. He's fatigued out.
18, yeah.
So I'm not actually sure that Pangaea wins this.
I mean, he
And,
has
like-
he has resistance though. Wait.
He doesn't have blunt resistance.
Oh, he doesn't.
And like, if his god dies here, he's just out of the game, basically. That would be such a
Oh my god.
absurd
Oh my
disaster.
God. No, it's
Oh,
gonna cast
no.
what fist of Earth, right? That's
Can it? It has no fists.
Yeah, fist of Iron.
Oh, yeah,
there we
it
go.
doesn't.
Oh yeah,
But it is taking damage.
Yeah, but it has like 400 HP.
Yeah. Good thing it. It's a good thing it has that region.
Yeah, fist of Iron is taking care of it.
Yeah. Good thing it has that reinvig. That was close.
Yeah, we see the paths though. So he got S7, pretty good. Pretty high paths. He can cast all the globals he wants to. And he's not as weak to Astral as you'd expect Pen to be with this high of Astral on a monolith.
Indeed.
Though it is a mobile, so I'll have to teleport it places.
That was a close call.
Yeah. Lots of Dominion here.
Can you check province history on Pangaea to see what event chain this is? Okay, so that event chain is now over, I think. Yeah, he'll get an adventure and an item and some gems next turn.
Huh. My god. And then Trog's
So I guess he was
attacking.
ready for it because he had to actually investigate to do that, and that's why he was patrolling with his god.
Yeah, maybe his god wasn't. Or I guess a mage was.
No, if his god was
patrolling.
investigating, then he wouldn't be patrolling.
Right, exactly.
I think it has to be an adventurer investigating, and he gets a bunch of adventurers from the earlier in the chain.
Yep.
Notably, one of those adventurers is a healer, so now he has a healer. Not that he needs it that much as Pangaya.
Size 6 trampling Trogs attacking Marignon. I think these are actually capable of killing Knights of the Chalice with trample.
Yeah. And trample does not rely on skill, so they don't really care about being blinded. Are they blind to begin with?
I think they're blind, yeah. Or no, they have dark vision.
No, they're not.
They have one eye, I believe?
That's their mouth. It looks like 2 eyes to me.
It does look like 2 eyes. Alright. A Prov and Marignon's cap circle taken by Trogs.
And I don't think it's likely to get that back anytime soon.
The heavy lances might be able to...
He would just suffer a lot of attrition.
Yeah.
I would want, like, a critical mass of knights to deal with this.
Yeah. Let's see if some... Wait, does his god wake up? Oh, his god woke up. It's a Baphomet. And that means he should have Unbearable Splendor and Ethereal.
Oh, ethereal will make it no big deal.
Oh, wow. Okay, so, and he attacked this Prov, so anyone with a scout on it gets to see his bless now. Let's check out what... This should be active. If he blesses. Oh, he's blessing. Yep, it's active. This is a terrifying bless. I would immediately give back some Provs to Marignon if I was Uruk.
Yeah, the ethereal does make it very hard to deal with.
Yeah, Ethereal Splendor. Oh my god. Oh Ethereal is definitely not something I would get on Marignon since you can just paint it with your mages anyways, but...
Yeah, same. But, like, when he has it, it's pretty scary.
It's still terrifying, yeah.
Just not very cost efficient.
Yep. Yeah, I'd prefer just converting all that ethereal, all those bless points into strength. Alright, so did Nid's bless come on? Nope, Nid's god didn't come online. Marignon's did. I don't know if there are any other dormant ones. Alright, so I think there was just one expansion, unless he went into the cave. Oh, he double expanded, yeah. This party is now effectively invulnerable.
Yep.
Yeah, that... Ooh, The problem with 100 is and especially if they have javelins and archers, they can hit the mage, maybe. Or the friar, rather.
Yeah, with javelins that could be a bit of a threat, but the friar is also ethereal, so 75% of the time it'll be negated. Still, friar is not very armored.
Nid going here. Will... Okay, so Nid used its archers to kill its own troops again. Let's see. Uruk one here. And then another Marignon expansion over here. What is this? Okay, so a lot of people probably saw Marignon's Bless now. They attacked a number of probs.
Yeah.
I think 1 or 2 people see it, then everyone starts hearing about it.
It will be the talk of the town.
Alright, Marignon with the triple expansion. And it's going to be quite easy to expand with this Bless now. Yeah, now that we've seen the Bless, I think taking a first war, like I think they have probably like 50 Knights of the Chalice total this turn. Like 20 here, 20 there, 5 under there, and like, what, 5 here?
They also neighbor 2 of the other weakest players in the game, in Pythium and
absolutely.
Pangea, so.
I would attack Pythium here. And I'd probably like menace Uruk to give me a prob or 2.
Seems like a good strategy. Let's hope he goes with it.
Calum is an option, but they are huge. Because of their size, you might be able to get a coalition going against them. Okay. Very exciting Bless. Let's see. So let's check out what's going on with Agartha. Oh, they had 2 expansions this turn. So it looks like they split that force up. Enormous amount of shard guard. Like, way too many
and
shard
too
guard.
few wet ones to route.
Yeah, that's a slaughter. So where's this other... Oh, it's a bunch of wet ones expanding into what? Oh, it's...
Nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
But also an undead province, so it's worthless.
Yep, not much there. Let me check. He sent a Golem Crafter here. I guess that's good for site searching. I wonder if like an assassination happened here or something.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing a battle there before.
Yeah, I don't think we see assassinations. Alright, the Shard Guard over here. Oh, coming into the cave.
Agartha is just cut off from the world now.
Yep. Well, I think Agartha's war target is either going to be Ind or Calum, and they're going to prioritize whoever is being coalitioned, I'd guess.
Most likely.
Alright, so that's Marignon and Agartha. Let's check out Calum. Calum with 2 expansions, it looks like.
That's a lot of birds.
Yeah, an utterly absurd number of birds. I'm not sure if this is 3 box or like 3 double line.
I think it's 3 box.
Yeah.
You want flying units in box formation, so that will actually fly.
Yep. Oh, it's the lizard prob again.
This time it did bring the critical mass he needed.
Yeah, he actually killed the commander there, so it routed all these units, so their attack skill got... Well, their skills got, like, penalty.
Cratered.
Yeah. Alright. So that was a slaughter. Finally getting the lizard shamans up. And this is probably a Dracolich in the caves. This Dracolich has served him very well, but his paths kind of make it awkward to serve him into the mid-game.
Yeah, it's not going to be so relevant past expansion. I mean, the breath attack is useful.
Yeah, the breath attack would be useful. And he's still a flyer. Can also raid underwater probs. Let's see. See how far ahead. Calum researching only behind Uruk. The bot catching up with Calum a bit, recovering from the Yis attack. It seems like they nap Yis and have favorable borders.
And I think actually that Ys cannot do much about his dragon either, if he decides to do that.
Yeah. I mean, no. Yis has magical attack, so the Dracolich invulnerability won't work.
Alright, yeah. It doesn't have protection, it has some invulnerability.
Right. And I don't think it can breathe underwater either, and the Yis Knights have pretty good morale, so they won't get routed by the fear too easily.
But he is a god with very high skill and strength.
Yeah, and Yis does not have many sacreds because of its low dominion. Alright, so we saw Calum. Let us check out Ind. 5 expansions from Ind. Probably some pings here. Looks like they have lances. Looks like quite a bit of attrition. Wait.
Ind is routed, actually.
These horse tribe are fighting to the last. What is it? Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the horse tribe should have routed before Ind did.
Another case of underestimating horse tribe.
Indeed, that's starting to become a theme.
Yeah. I guess they killed the Interesting. Wow, what the hell? What? Okay, so
it looked way worse than that for the horse tribe.
Yeah, a lot of the horse tribe might have routed. Okay, what? It looked like a lot more died.
And was chasing after them, so I think half of them routed. Yeah, there.
Yeah.
There's only like 10 of them left.
Damn, yeah. Stop underestimating horse tribe. Yeah, so, yeah. There's only 10 left, so a lot did route. So that was a failed expansion to Horse Tribe. And then looks like there's a ping here. Ooh, tons of cataphracts. And sprites. Dreamwood enchanters are like, what? They're glamour...
Nature glamour.
Yeah. Nature, glamour gems. Ooh, this would be nice to
That
get.
is huge if they can get that to drop.
The only way you're getting this is like rigor mortis though, because otherwise you're gonna kill all this stuff and it's gonna rout.
Yeah, seeing this, if I were End, I would immediately start to devise a plan to get that flame helmet.
Right. This is huge. So you want to rigor mortis, then thug this with a thug that has an open head slot.
Or just attack rare with Lady Knights.
Yeah, you could circle around, but you need lance catchers since they have cav here.
Yeah, but his sacreds are pretty good lance catchers.
The sprites are also a problem for thugs.
It's a difficult province to thug.
Yeah. Eye of Aiming. Okay, that's not a big deal, but the flame helmet's very nice. Yeah, the glamour and the sprites make thugging hard here. And these guys have heavy lances. So they can do...
Cataphracts are no joke damage-wise.
Yep, they can do upwards of 26 damage. I think it's limited by combat speed. Capped by strength, though. Casting luck. God. Oh, he used these mermen to take a farmland province instead of the... I guess he was worried about Calum grabbing it before he did.
Yeah, it's more urgent to get that province.
Okay, so that's 2 of the 5. Here's the third one. What all does he have? Okay, so these are just bodies then, the Turtle Warriors. Sacreds of the
Lance catchers, perhaps? No.
If there are any Baculites here, they probably died. There's a Baculite.
Only one of the 4 Baculites died.
Yep. So yeah, not bad attrition at all. Not a heavy roll on the heavy cav, so lucky there. Let's check out the mercs. Got Obscurio. I wonder if anyone's gonna go for the heavy horseman.
It's pretty late in expansion now, so
Yeah.
it's possible that nobody does.
It could still be useful for like getting a throne, maybe. Alright, so that's 3 of In's 5. Where are the other 2? Here.
And one of them is underground.
Yep, probably underground. So wait, what is...
We know it's underground.
Okay, this got attacked by Independence and he was reclaiming it. So that's the 4th one in the underground, and then there's the underground one. What's their attacks? Oh, they have a lot of experience, so that kind of helps with the darkness a lot. Yep, I think only the Baculites have magic attacks, right?
Yep.
So that'll help with the Oni spirits. Alright, there's not really any problem probs here.
No, it's quite easy.
Lavaborn, but they're all the way up in this corner.
Lavaborn have low protection, actually. It's only like
Do they
14
have
or something.
Fire Shield? I don't think they don't.
I don't think they do. They have heat, not fire shield.
Yeah, Heat Aura. Alright, that's all of it.
Lavaborn have heat aura 3 and 13 protection. So they're kind of easy.
For In's scales, they're coming out pretty well. Let me double check. How... So, Calum took an Awake Pretender, but they didn't sacrifice scales too hard for it, right? Yeah, they still have Order, Prod. Yeah, they still have pretty okay scales. So Calum is still the leader. Ind might have a god with more paths, so more valuable god. So I wouldn't say, like, Ind is potentially on par with Calum. Nah, they're probably behind a bit. In does have higher astral.
Yeah, Calum only has token astral.
Jim income with Naba went up. We're gonna have to check if he found sites.
Looks
or
like
if
an
that's
event.
from events. Pythium doing a lot of research. Maybe they're sensing an impending coalition or war, or Naps got ended. Need to get research up. Alright, let's check out, we checked out Marignon, let's check out Naba. We have 2 expansions from Naba. Yeah, they're taking the barbs over Agartha's probs. Yeah, he needs to stop.
I would keep them on fire and keep distance here.
Right, you need to keep them on fire, not... I think he's doing like hold and attack here.
It works out anyway, but he lost some and he didn't have to.
Yeah, this could have easily not worked out. Lost 10. Ooh, 158 barbs though. So he is limited by the Edite General's map move. Do they
Also
have...
the Janguard.
Right. Do they have a commander? Like a camel
I don't
commander?
think so, let me check.
Sorginas are quite fast.
That's a different nation.
Oh, Malika, I mean.
They do have the Shake.
Oh yeah, they do. This guy... Okay, so... And he's stealthy, so they do have a stealthy commander they can...
The Shake only has 16 map moves, so actually can't...
No, it has 26.
Pillage. Oh, it says 16 here. I guess it's the camel that has 26.
Yeah.
Or the mod manager is lying to me.
Yep.
Mod inspector, sorry.
So no issue there. And the other one's probably his god expanding. Oh no, it's a cave. Where did his god go then? Oh wow, the Zots were absolutely deleted.
Yeah. That was like instant.
Yeah, I didn't even like know there were Zots there, they're just gone. So the god moved over, so it looks like the god's going for this throne, which is a very valuable throne.
Very much so.
Air, astral, I don't think... So Naba has astral. The S1s we talked about, but I don't think they have high astral. They just have the S1s.
Can they random astral on any of their other mages, or are their communions strictly astral and holy?
They have the Malika random astral, but I don't think you want to random one astral on a 700 gold mage.
You kinda do if you have, like, for the communion, because that's the only way to get those paths in a communion.
To get those paths, slot them in. Yeah, they have a very specific role.
Can the Sahirs random astral?
I think they can, yes.
Okay, yeah, they can, so then it's not that big of a deal for that. Yeah, then you would prefer your Malika not random astral.
I mean, they can random other paths that you can slot in the community. They can random nature and astral.
I guess that's the only way for you to get nature in your communion.
Unless you get lizard shamans, yeah.
I mean, the hermits here can make sky metal matrices.
Yeah, a nature random Malika is actually super valuable for this nation, isn't it?
Yeah. But like, it's a 1 in 6, so it might take a while to get that.
Yeah, and these are slow recruits. So, God, that's a...
It might be a very long time before you see your nature, Malika.
Yep. Let's see. So it looks like he's going for this throne, which does give him S3 randoms, and does he get Astral Earth cross paths normally? That's very rare for them. Okay, these guys get Astral Earth. S1, E1, though. Still, the S3 is a big deal. And the extra gold. So he's going for that throne. I think it's pretty clear from the scales here that this is probably the Throne of Death. So he might be ignoring that in favor of this one. Throne of Fire over here. This would be very nice for Marignon. It would also be very nice for Ind, the Sacred buff.
It would, yeah. Both of those are very interested in that attack skill.
Yep. Naba less interested. So yeah, I'd say he's prioritizing the right throne. I believe he is already... Ooh, these are sprites though. That can fatigue out his god. Which might not matter because he has Fire Shield.
Yeah, the Fire Shield might just be enough.
Alright. And... yeah, we already saw Yis. We saw Agartha. I don't think we've seen Nid or Pan. Let's check out Pan. So only one expansion from Pan. Okay, so this is something I was thinking about before. Since they have the large bless, they can't fit 2 centaurs to a square, but they can fit 1 centaur and a minotaur.
Yeah, so you can like sort of wade through with minotaurs. I wouldn't put them at the front like this though.
Yeah, the minotaurs are much slower than the centaurs, so you wanna... It's awkward. They also trample, so they're not likely to stay in line against human troops. Yeah, against Cav.
But all the centaurs ran away. It was most of the minotaurs handling the Cav.
Yep. Which,
It worked out fine enough.
yeah.
I think the attrition was kind of costly in gold, though.
Yeah, quite expensive. Oh my god. He keeps losing too many... Oh my god.
Yeah, minotaurs are expensive and hard to keep alive.
Yeah.
No, minotaurs.
Yeah, minotaurs are also...
Centaurs are easy to keep alive, relatively speaking. They have much higher skill.
Yeah, he's been losing a lot of white centaurs, though. I think with this bless, they're more prone to dying. Since they're not...
Yeah, large is not very good for them. It reduces defense skill and cuts their like unit density in half.
Yep. Notably, I think if we look Pen's, let's say, very slow random. These guys within large.
They're not sacred.
Oh yeah, they're not sacred. Fuck.
They can cast at large, but they're not sacred.
Right.
They do get the big mommy seductresses though.
Size 4 of these guys. They're not. I don't think large has a good effect on these guys.
No, it's not good. I was just making a joke.
Yep. What I see generally though is you have like water randoms with dryads sitting in the same square as a pan, and then you like buff them with quickness, reinvig, iron skin, regen.
Can you buff other with quickness with 1 water?
If you use a water gem.
Oh yeah, true.
So, I think these pans are pretty good thugs. They also have low encumbrance.
They're very expensive thugs.
Yeah. But I think... Oh, they have awe... Yeah, they're stealthy too.
They have animal awe.
Right, animal. But the stealthiness is like a huge deal for a thug.
Yeah, the stealth is very useful.
It means it can't just...
They also have very high magic resist.
Right. It means it just can't easily die to magic phase. Or rather, it has a means to counter magic phase attacks. So this, like, if he thugs Pan, which I think he's probably not aware he can do this. If he thugs Pans and he, like, has a teleporting monolith, I think he can be pretty threatening. Let's see. So Pan, we need to see. I don't think we saw Uruk either, did we?
I don't think so.
Uruk only has one expansion, it looks like, which he took a lot of attrition last turn. Looks like he combined some parties here. Mostly Iron Warriors against something they will absolutely destroy.
Yeah, this is a foregone conclusion.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Well, they're berserkers, so even if the commanders die. They did, in fact, rout.
Oh my god, that wasn't pretty.
Oh, that is awkward. A very awkward victory.
Yes. It didn't really matter because there wasn't really anywhere to expand beyond that, but...
That province has 110 unrest.
Holy crap.
Is it from an event, or this is just a hidden unrest site? It's just a hidden unrest site.
Yeah. That's quite crazy.
What turn is it again?
Turn 14.
Let's see, how much unrest per turn would generate that?
God, that's a lot of unrest.
I'm guessing that's 10 unrest.
There's a blood site called, like, Den, right? Something, Den of Thieves, Den?
I think this is the Demon Gate, or the Lesser Abyss, or the Shaded Lands. Because it's too much unrest to be just 5.
I don't think we saw Nid's expansion either. So Nid expanded one time? Looks like it's just once.
Looks like it.
Check it out. So they combine all their troops, lots of arrows, taking more Scar Souls, and maybe attritioning Nidbathed. Yeah, as expected, they took a lot of attrition here, so they didn't bother attacking. They had a stack here, I think. They started a fort here. Oh, they finished a fort over there. So this is actually a... Yeah, I don't know why we're...
Oh, the first gate.
What's up?
I don't remember what that does. No, one province down, that's the first gate.
Oh, blood magic.
Okay, it's just 10. I thought it was 20, which would be huge.
Yeah, how much... Nid does have blood, doesn't it?
Yeah, but like cap only and only on randoms.
Yeah, blood randoms.
So not a lot of blood.
Still, getting a blood 2 random would be pretty nice. Pretty rare. No blood 1. Yeah, it's really only cap only, so that sucks. So it's kind of just luck. So this is something I've noticed with Weredrake. He never puts anything beyond 1 PD on his probs.
Psychopathic.
Right, I think...
Well, he did there, apparently.
Yeah, he puts PD only on probs he's building forts on, it looks like. He did take
Well, I guess we're gonna see more, like, indie raids on his land.
Yeah, I think Inferno was making a case for not putting 10 or 11 PD on your probs, but I think 6 PDs, like, there's really no reason not.
Yeah, there's really no reason not to take 6 PD. It's so cheap.
There's wet ones under here, but he's not going for it, which he might not be aware Grand's taking this if he doesn't. Let's look at this battle. So the combat speed of these guys is 8.
That's a lot of arrows hitting from the targets.
Yep. Did his bless come on? Let's see if his god's awake. Yep, his god is awake. So, interesting situation here. Wait, does he not have, is he not blessing? Yeah, he doesn't have any holy units here, does he?
No
Yeah,
priests.
So he didn't get to see his bless because he didn't bless the Nidbathed here. He said he had luck. I'm not sure if he has anything beyond luck.
Luck is extremely expensive, so if he has even more incarnate stuff, that would be kind of wild.
Yeah. I was thinking that maybe with the blessed luck Nidbathed, he could have a chance of bumping Marignon, but I don't think so. There's only 15 knights here, but they're ethereal and they have splendour.
Yeah, the Splendour will make the Nidbathed kind of toothless.
So I think I heard this from Creeper, who's playing Nid at the time. He said that every time a Nidbathed dies, so it uses 1 Scar Soul, it has a chance to recover from an affliction.
I believe that is correct, but then he will immediately get the affliction back.
They do have high magic resistance. So what is the Splendour is a roll against 10 MR, I think?
Something like that.
Man, that is crazy. That is crazy. So they're almost certainly going to get blind, but they might be able to get an attack in with a decent attack skill before then.
And then that'll be negated by ethereal.
Yep. No magic weapons here. I don't think we're going to see Marignon in Nid. This is also a heavy cap. We'll see what happens here. I think Weredrake would be... It would be unwise for him to attempt to take this. It is only 15 knights. I don't know. I don't know. This is a test situation.
I think neither player is inclined to do the testing.
Right. Just because there's so few knights, you could potentially go around them and just assassinate the commanders. Ooh. They might, like, it's late enough in the game that they've probably recruited scouts and they might have been able to see each other's army here. We could see. I think it's go either way, but it depends on formation. Just because he has so many troops, he can't go around.
Also a lot of archers that might snipe the commander.
Right. And because this is something that's very dangerous to do. So you see, Marignon has put his commanders next to his archers, right?
Yeah.
Yep. You already know why. This is bad.
Yeah.
So I'll say it for the viewers, but you can set archers to attack other archers. And if you mix your commanders with your archers, then you're pretty much allowing people to target your commanders. This is something I don't think Weirdrake would miss. So this can go either way. We'll see what happens here. I'm not sure if either is the type to reach out and Diplo their way, like, out of this. And I think both of them want this prov. So they might just fight over it.
Marignon is looking for a fight.
Yep.
He's told us as much.
Yeah, but I don't think Nid was his idea. And these are quite
No, I don't think so.
orders. Not only is it diagonal, but there's a water prov in the way as well. Alright, I think that's everyone.
I think so, yeah. We didn't look at the attack on Marignon.
What's up?
The Indies attacked Marignon. It's the last battle report. I don't think
those were the
Trogs.
Trogs. I think we.
Oh yeah,
we
those
looked
were
at
the
that very
Trogs.
early
Right.
on. Yeah.
We did.
All right, I think that wraps up the turn. See you in turn 15.